typical Steven Gerrard team performance. Just couldn't get the goal that they deserved.
Yeah, well, they got a goal, didn't they? Let's have a look at that. That's the first thing we should look at. VAR. We think they've we know they've given an offside decision because of one of the laws in the game, which says a player moving from or standing in an offside position is in the way of an opponent and interferes with the movement of the opponent towards the ball. This is an offside offence if it impacts on the ability of the opponent to play or challenge the ball. That is the crucial bit. Does it affect the challenging?
Let me start with this before we go any further, Gary. We should not be using VAR in this game. If we can't use VAR in every FA Cup game, wherever that may be,
just Premier League grounds
be using VAR in this game. I understand that it's just Premier League grounds only, but we were at Hull on Saturday where they should have had 2 penalties if VAR were there. They got dumped out of the cup, partly because of that. Now, on to this decision.
They spent 3 minutes 36 seconds to get this. They seemed to look to see whether it was handball, whether it was offside out of Danny Ings, but in the end they came up with
well, it was obviously for the foul, otherwise they wouldn't have sent Michael Oliver over to the monitor because if it was offside, then they would have ruled it offside, so it was clearly for the foul. I'm not 100% certain that Cavani is actually getting back for the goal. He's clever. I think he's been done, and he doesn't attempt at all to sort of get around him, which, OK, some will say he doesn't have to. But is it a clear and obvious error? I don't think it is, because I'm not certain that Cavani's actually going to get to the ball.
What do you think, Mike?
I totally agree with Alan. It was the step, I think, when they looked back at it, Ramsey stood once but twice to the right. It looked like he was just trying to block him. Obviously, he's in that
could have
position.
got around him if he wanted.
Yeah, maybe. But
he was offside, though, and he does impede him. So under the law, you could argue, but the law also states that they have to be in a position to challenge for the ball. That's the slightly debatable bit, which means it's not probably a massive error.
We don't know if Cavani was going to get there. Cavani, he didn't exactly hold him when he got there. He holding his ground. He stepped to the side, and Cavani ran into him, and it took so long to make a decision. It was just ridiculous.
What's your thought on the VAR in terms of having it at Premier League grounds and not at others?
No, the consistency is not good enough. I mean, how can you have it at one and not the other?
I agree.
It's not the same, and it's not fair.
I suppose one argument is, but the two teams that have VAR know, and it's.
And for them to take that amount of time again, over 3.5 minutes to get to the decision, it's not acceptable. No, it's not acceptable for the fans because they haven't got a clue what's going on. The players don't know what's going on. The communication's hopeless.
Indeed. McTominay goal. It's quite a long time ago, wasn't it? Trying to remember it. There it is.
Well, what we can say is that there wasn't too many bits of quality from Manchester United tonight, but the cross and the header were absolutely wonderful. Cross in from Fred, and the way McTominay attacks it, gets in between the two defenders, Konsa and Mings. He's too clever for them. He glides in there, look, no one's with him, and it's a very, very clever header.
For all the stick he's taken, McTominay, though, he did step up. He had a good performance tonight. He's had a couple of performances the last couple of weeks. But it was just typical Man United again. Underwhelming, not great, but at least he popped up with a goal for himself.
It's an important result for them and
just for the confidence. I mean, you look at Man United, and to be honest, we don't know which Man United are going to turn up today. We don't know if we're going to play 4-2-2-2.
Well, they were flat again, weren't they? Really, for a lot of it, even though they got a good start.
Villa were the best side, but the game's about scoring goals, and Villa couldn't do that today. And McTominay comes with an important goal, but watching United, it's not the same. It took from young Alanga to come on and get the crowd going. This is at home in the FA Cup. It's brilliant competition. You just want to see a little bit more.
When you look at the body language of some of the players, and I don't want to single out Marcus Rashford because
he's low on confidence.
He's low on confidence. We don't know what's going on in his personal life. But I just think everything looks a huge effort for him at this moment in time. There's no spark there. He looks very flat. He started off the first 5 or 10 minutes, and I thought, here we go. It's something back to his best by giving Man United a little bit of width and had a little bit of spark about him. But there was once in the first half at the end, and then in the second half when Greenwood cuts in from the right hand side, he just stands still.
You see much improvement at all at the moment? Not
well,
yet.
They lost against Wolves. The one today. That's what you have to take the positive from that. But the way they played, nowhere near good enough for a Man United side.
Manchester United now play Middlesbrough in the next round at home, so it's a lower league opposition, chance to progress in a competition.
Well, that's why it was just about getting through to the next round for them tonight. Yes, it would have been an added bonus if they had played well. They didn't play well. They're through, and that's the positive.
Saturday, Aston Villa.
Oh, they'll be confident after that. Confident.
Who, Villa?
Yeah, Villa for sure, 100%. Man United. Yeah. Not great, but they got the win. We've got to give them credit when they win.
Yeah. Micah, thank you very much. Great seeing the first team. Alan, thank you too. Manchester United ride their luck. They've got away scot-free. Goodbye.